Welcome to Plot 27. Adam Clay is a beekeeper. On his way home from tending to his hives, he stops to visit Mrs. Parker, whose storage shed he's been living in. While working on her financial reports, Mrs. Parker's laptop gets infected with a virus, prompting her to call the United Data Group for help. The company's leader, Mickey Garnett, claims it's their antivirus software and convinces her to update to the latest version. Since Mrs. Parker isn't tech-savvy, she allows Garnett to guide her through the process. Garnett instructs her to visit a site called Friendly Friend, but in reality, Garnett is the head of a scam syndicate. Afraid of losing her data, Mrs. Parker follows his instructions. Using the overpayment scam, Garnett pretends he's in trouble and could lose his job, pulling on her sympathy. Mrs. Parker offers to return the supposed overpayment, and after entering her bank password, the scammers drain millions from her account. That money had been earmarked for charity, as Mrs. Parker was the director of a children's charity organization. When Clay arrives with honey for Mrs. Parker, a woman suddenly points a gun at him. It's Verona, Mrs. Parker's daughter. Clay is shocked to learn Mrs. Parker has taken her own life after falling victim to the scam. Verona, an FBI agent, arrests Clay, believing he's connected to her mother's death. Verona grows suspicious when she sees her mother's bank account has been emptied. The police release Clay after finding no fingerprints and ruling the death a suicide. Verona apologizes, thanking him for looking after her mother. She reveals that her brother died in an accident and Mrs. Parker saw Clay as a son. Verona later learns from the cybercrime division that the scam ring has been operating for 2 years but remains unidentified. Clay retrieves a phone hidden inside a beehive and calls a contact for help. With the information he obtains, Clay heads straight for United Data Group.
Need your attention, please.
Derek Danforth, CEO of Danforth Enterprises and United Data Group, runs his operations with Wallace Westwild. Garnett reports an unknown man has attacked their office and Derek orders him to investigate the last person they scammed. Meanwhile, Verona and Agent Wiley inspect the United Data Group building. Wiley uncovers that its employees are linked to multiple fraud and cybercrime cases. Garnett then attacks Clay's farm and destroying his beehives, before heading to the shed to find him, but Clay is already prepared for special visitors. Wiley tells Verona that her mother's house has burned down. They rush over and find the body of a United Data Group employee. Verona starts suspecting that Adam Clay is behind the killings. Garnett, now missing a finger, tells Derek that the beekeeper beat him senseless. Clay suddenly appears and eliminates Garnett. Wallace, a former CIA director now working for Derek, learns the beekeeper is responsible for the attacks. Wiley finds no records on Clay, while Wallace contacts Derek's mother, Jessica Danforth, about her son's troubles. Wallace reaches out to a CIA contact named Janet, warning her about a beekeeper threatening Derek. Janet discovers Clay is a former operative from a top-secret U.S. program known only as the Beekeeper. A speeding car rams Clay's vehicle, and a woman steps out to attack him. Janet informs Wallace that the beekeeper has assessed the situation and will remain neutral, leaving the CIA powerless to intervene. Wallace hires a team of ex-Navy SEALs and Delta Force mercenaries. Even during his tenure as CIA director, Wallace had no knowledge of the classified Beekeeper program, which operates under full government authorization to act as it sees fit. He orders Pettis to ready his troops. Clay infiltrates a Beekeeper weapons depot, gathering intel and arms. Verona and Wiley meet with FBI Deputy Director Jackson Prigg, revealing that Clay is heading for 9 Star United in Boston, another scam company similar to United Data Group. At 9 Star United, Pettis blocks SWAT from entering and claiming orders from the governor to protect the building. He orders all computers and phones shut down while SWAT stands guard outside. Clay arrives and persuades SWAT to leave so they won't become casualties. Anzalone, the company manager, tells Derek about the shutdown. Despite Pettis insisting Wallace ordered it, Derek commands Pettis to leave and not interfere with his business. All employees cheer as Pettis and his men walk away, unaware Clay is among them. Clay swiftly takes down Pettis, while the SWAT commander informs Verona that his team is unharmed. Verona and Wiley enter to find Clay systematically eliminating the mercenaries. Under pressure, Anzalone confesses where the stolen money is funneled. Verona urges Clay to let the law handle things, but he replies, when the law fails, I act. Verona and Wiley soon discover the scam empire is run by Derek Danforth and Wallace Westwild. With Pettis defeated, Wallace advises Derek to seek his mother's help, Jessica Danforth, the U.S. president. Verona reports to Prig that Danforth Enterprises is the source of the scams. Unbeknownst to her, Jessica has used the stolen money to fund her campaign. Wallace and Derek meet with Jessica at her home, where they've hired mercenaries led by Lazarus, a one-legged veteran who once fought a beekeeper and barely survived. Clay disguises himself as part of the presidential security detail and sneaks into the house, blending in with the guests at Jessica's party. Verona spots him inside and alerts Lazarus, who helps capture him. Secretly, Wallace orders Lazarus to kill Clay, but Clay already has a plan.
To be.
Jessica is stunned to learn about Derek's fraud, but he insists he did it all to make her president. Disgusted, Jessica decides to tell the truth to Clay and the public. After dispatching Lazarus and his men, Clay confronts Wallace, who tries to persuade him to walk away. A panicked Derek shoots Prig, prompting Clay to intervene, and Derek then takes his mother hostage. Verona pleads with Clay to stand down, but he challenges her to choose law or justice. When Derek is about to kill Jessica, Clay acts fast and shooting him. Jessica weeps over her son despite his betrayal. Verona releases Clay, bidding him farewell, and that's how the film ends. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.